longer in a constant state of mental hurry. Hurry is a fear, and consequently destructive. When you know there's no fear. You know the one thing, when you pick your vision and your desire and you know what you want, actually you need to be very relaxed. Why? Because you know the mind, you understand the mind, you understand the laws, and you are assured of one thing, which is, I'm going to see what I want. And then you're not in a worry. You know, eventually it's going to come. It's a law. Whatever you put in your subconscious mind, start impressing your subconscious mind, it has to come to life through the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. All you got to do is hold the image, get emotionalized with it, start taking action. Yeah. And that's what you did. Mm-hmm. That's what everyone did. Everyone that done something big, they didn't know how. If you ask them, they say, how did you accomplish such a big thing? They know now when they got there, when they look back, but at the time when they were going to start, they didn't know. They said, I don't know. They just did it. Yep. Yeah. Any other takeaway, guys?
The one thing for me yesterday, Tahoe, that really stuck, I mean, and it's things that I've heard before, but it's to have that faith and believe in the unseen and just know that it's coming. So yeah, faith has to be really strong.
And replace them with our vision. And we forget, what is that we want? And it's on the back burner. You know, we'll see. One day.
One of the important things that I want to bring up is when I started to work with Manuel, the very first thing is getting things in the right order. And the very first thing I told him is control the flow of thoughts. Keep your mindset positive all the time. The moment he was able to keep a positive mental attitude and control that and keep his vibration up, just in doing that, how much changed Manuel in the first 3 months?
That I learned is trying to be in that positive, have that positive mindset, you know?
Yeah.
Because before I started this, I was always thinking negative, yeah. You know? And that was one of the first things that I learned is having a positive mindset.
Absolutely.
And even though, too, you're still going to have those little negative thoughts, but I learned just to catch them and ignore them and start thinking of something better.
Yeah.
You know, something that I'm working on.
Correct.
And then that's where we started to work towards the vision. Manuel's trying to figure out exactly what he wanted. So the very first thing I'm asking is, what do you want? How do you want to live? What do you want to experience? And the reason I'm asking those questions is because I want to understand him and get his mind to focus and bring order to his life, right? the way we bring order to life is through visions, by the image making process. And we're working on where we're going, right? You've got to know where you are, and then you've got to know where you're going. So knowing where you are is just get an understanding of the position and time that you're at right now, understanding what took you there, and then where are we going from here. So again, we're working in images. So building a vision, then adding power. The power comes through the positive mental attitude. So we want to establish a good foundation and a good core of a good solid self-image that's going to support the new direction. So one thing we're never taught is how to control the flow, how to control the flow of thought energy, control the ideas. Now, this is taking time, and he's still working on it. I'm still working on it. Everybody's still working on, but the more you work on keeping your mindset at a higher vibration, positive, will quickly affect your business. Why? Just in keeping that positive mental attitude, did that not change your income?
And I had all these phone calls. I had people calling me from out of town. Like everything was just hitting me at once.
Yeah.
And so I called Abraham. I'm like, hey, I know you got all these businesses. Like, how do you not get overwhelmed with all this, with everything? And he had told me to control my thinking, control the flow. And I started concentrating just on one thing.
Yeah.
And that's how it came about.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. What Abraham is saying is your attitude, the positive mental attitude. It's the key. It's the way you perceive things, and your perception it goes back to your attitude. If you don't have a positive mental attitude, before you step into place, and I was talking to Lori yesterday. I was telling her, I said I found out myself that even like Abraham's talking about, we're I'm sure Bob as well, there's no end to this. Everybody's working on themselves. Like I start catching myself that in a certain place, because of certain experience that I had in the past, before I walk to that place, I have certain expectation and assumption, which was negative. So before even I didn't even know, I realized it recently, before even I know it or I even recognize it, I was creating the circumstance situation to encounter that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what he's saying is positive mental attitude toward things. Don't start assuming things that doesn't serve you. Start assuming good.
Yeah, because you go in there with a negative vibration, and other people can pick that up.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to go in there
assumptions.
that's why you got to go
true.
in there with a positive attitude.
So we go back, really focus on, again, back to the vision and desire. The desire and hold it, your desire, hold it with your will. It attracts to you all things requisite to the fulfillment of the picture by the harmonious vibration of the law of attraction. You realize that since order is heaven's first law and visualization place things in their natural element, then it must be a heavenly thing to visualize. That's why it's important. Have order in your mind to hold a desire with your will. Will is focus. Will is, this is what I want, and that's it.